I do like being right here. It feels like you're Star Trek.
That's how we can start every show.
Is this about the movie Contact?
No.
Hello! Oh.
Oh, we're doing a hello that way. We can.
Not now.
That's what I took for that. Oh, good. See, it works. Yay! Hello, and welcome back to
What's Safeword?
I'm Amp.
I'm Mr. Christopher.
And this.
Oh my God. It's amazing. Look at it.
Some of you guys have already seen it because we did an episode last week with Samson. Because of the timing, Daddy technically christened it with me in a Patreon video.
You told me this is the first time.
And this is the first time we're getting it all out.
Lies.
Today we are doing a things we're leaving in 2025, or things we're leaving behind as we get ready for the brand new year. It's almost 2026 and I can't believe we made it through this year, Daddy.
I can't either. It was a tough year.
Yeah. So today we're gonna look at some of the spoofs and goofs from this last year that we'd like to leave behind.
But also talk about the kink community and some of the things you guys want to leave behind.
And as we're watching this, put your own things you'd like to leave in 2025 down in the comments below. Set us out. So set us off.
All right, so one thing I want to put behind is pipe smoking during a scene because I thought it was cool. I started smoking pipes because it's a gentler tobacco kind of inhale than cigars. But when you are playing with someone, where do you put a pipe? It rolls. It just with a cigar you can put an ashtray. The pipe they tip over and they don't stay lit. There's just a lot of fuss and too much muss.
You got a little pus.
Ew.
That's us. It should also be prefaced here that me and Samson did this episode over on the podcast, What's Your Safe Pod, but I wanted to give Daddy a chance to also get his grievances out because I was expecting a lot of bullshit like this.
What do you mean bullshit? What is bullshit?
The first thing I want to leave in 2025 is anything distributed or called or labeled or promoted or marketed as genuine leather.
Oh.
The term genuine leather does not mean you're going to get actual leather. It is something you see on TikTok, Temu, Wish, but it's also something you see in actual brands to just say it's not real leather or something that also bothers me, vegan leather.
I was just gonna say that. I hate that more. I hate that more. We already know it's pleather. You don't have to like make it sound cool. Like you're not
saving
eating,
the environment. You're not. Yeah, no. And the thing is,
vegan.
I'm happy for people to have price point acceptable things or cheaper made gear that is not real leather or PVC, but selling it as like an alternative that's better for the environment is a lie.
Well, it's better for cows.
Any cows in the audience have anything to say?
No.
There's like the top grade cut, the Wagyu beef of leather gear. And then you have like the McNugget or the hot dog of the leather, the ground up leftover grainy bits.
Hoofs.
Yeah, which might have like a % of leather in there, but they're also like mixing in other bad stuff just to make it that shiny, stretchy material.
Hoofs.
But I hate when people get scammed out of their money thinking it's gonna be real leather when it's just,
Well, wait till next year. I bet, you know, with all the downsizing of like cereal boxes are just slightly shorter and Pringles cans are just slightly less and stuff. I bet they're going to start doing that to leather harnesses. They'll go from 1.5 inches to
They're already doing that. I ordered Samson an XL genuine leather vest and it fit him like a small.
So your leather harness is going to be 1/2 inch soon.
Or how about one from you guys? Troy said, less coming and more chastity as a resolution. I appreciate the resolutions thrown in as well. Something that you're gonna throw in 2025 is coming, that's great. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think you're saving anything by coming less. It's not wine, it doesn't get better with age. You make more.
Speaking of cows.
Hoofs.
No, but you do cause your horniness levels to be heightened, and you
that's true.
Yeah, you start 2026 with a full 7-day week load. Hey, bro, I got this. No, I hate people message. Let's leave that in 2025. The
bro?
Cold call. No, well, bro, I don't mind. The cold call messages on dating apps. Hey, sup? Yo, looking.
No,
Looking.
My favorite is when they go sup, you respond, they say sup again.
Oh.
You respond and they say sup. I'm like talking to a puppy. It's like bark, 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 bark. But too far.
Bark?
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 Sup.
Bark.
Sup. So what I kind of want to leave behind is kinks that I'm not into, but other people are. And so I feel like I have to do them with them.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
okay.
I want them to have a good time more than me have a good time. I think it's more for myself to tell me it's okay not to do that, even though my partner wants to, not you.
Yeah.
But the play partner I have wants
What
to
aren't you
do
into
that.
that I'm into? Bark, bark, bark.
I have the experience doing it, so I like someone who's into something, I try to give it to them.
I get this. So like, as a content creator and someone that puts that out there, sometimes I do things, but I don't always want to do those things with everyone.
Right.
So I think the New Year's resolution, let's turn this into a resolution. Let's turn this negative into a positive. Your resolution should be saying no more often to something that you're not into. Like, just because you're not into someone's kink does not mean you gotta be mean about it. And
Well, I'm never mean about it, I just do it. That's the problem.
so many times online, I'll see people use the scapegoat of a specific kind of kink that's perverse or too gross or too weird or too anything, and they punch down. And that goes to like, kink shaming is just not cool. It's okay to kink ask why, but when you start kink shaming or judging someone just because their kink is not what you're into, I want to reiterate that. You can be sex positive and not be into someone's kinks.
And also, you don't have to do them.
Exactly.
See, we're making progress today.
My New Year's resolution is punching up more often.
That would work for a fisting.
Maybe I should get into fisting in 2026. I don't know. Displaced Kitten says they would like to leave behind the feeling of their kinks being a burden on their play partners. If they're not into something, then we gotta communicate about it, not ignore it.
Literally what I said.
Piggybacking off of what you just said.
So just tell them respectfully, it's not my thing, but please go explore it with someone else.
I've had partners in the past, not you, that felt they couldn't get into puppy play. It was too silly. It wasn't real kink to them. And they didn't ever say it in a mean way, but it felt like a burden to them that I even was into something. And we didn't work out there, but in that time, we found that we weren't needing to be exclusive, and that was one of my first open relationships. It started as a boyfriend-boyfriend thing that we then grew into openness because they were really into fisting, they were into like really heavy e-stim, and while I could play with some of that stuff, I can get my hands into some of that, it wasn't my thing fully. We came to a place where like opening up was a good thing for our relationship in the long run. And we could only do that because our relationship was already very solid, we were good at communicating, but it did help us in the long run to just work around those challenges.
That makes sense because kink is a big umbrella and there's all different types of kinks that you're into. But if you're with someone who has a different kink, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You both are kinky, so you understand what the other partner is going through and how that kink drives them. So you should understand, even though if it's not for you, go play with someone else to do that.
Jay says they would like to leave behind forced positions like being put in a stockade. Hot in theory, but I had a knot in my neck for weeks.
Oh, well.
I kind of agree.
But that's RAC, risk-aware consensual kink.
Sure.
If you're gonna do a stress position, you're putting stress on your body and there may be repercussions from that.
But I do want to call out though that fantasy and reality,
Uh-huh.
sometimes you gotta leave some of those fantasies behind.
Oh yeah, especially when you see like this picture of someone bent over, like touching their nose to their toes, and nobody can do that.
Well, I was just gonna say, also, you get old, so you have to leave some of those things behind.
Getting down on your knees after 50 is not fun.
Yeah. So leave some of those things in the past. Embrace more comfortable positions.
That's why I just go straight to my back.
You get
just
home and
roll
you start having a conversation with you. Oh, where did you go?
It's more comfortable to stare at the ceiling.
You know, sometimes I'll just be talking and... Oh, what are you doing on the floor? As we get ready for the new year, it's always good to have resolutions, but I think it's always healthy to let out the bad stuff. You know, we're saging the studio. Get it all out, let it out. Ah! Okay, we have neighbors. This is how I sage the studio.
With today's sponsor.
Today's sponsor, InDaCloud, is here to remind you that being groggy the day after having a good old time is not always necessary, especially when you have natural ingredients involved. If you're looking for a way to elevate your mood and wellness routine, well then do I have a product for you from InDaCloud. If you're over the age of 21, you'd like to get 25% off your first order and free shipping, go check out InDaCloud with offer code WATTS, W-A-T-T-S, at inda.shop/watts. InDaCloud is your online hemp dispensary for all things gummies, exotic flowers, potent pre-rolls, and more. All federally legal, THC and DEA certified, lab tested, and shipping is discreet. Translation: no more mystery brownies from a friend of a friend who just happened to meet in a parking lot. InDaCloud has it all, from sleep gummies that'll knock daddy out, daytime options to make forced fun with coworkers a lot more tolerable, and entire pre-roll collections for when you think you can actually build IKEA furniture without those instructions. And my favorite, since I'm not new to getting elevated, is $70 ounces that are way cheaper than your weekly snack Target haul. So if you're over the age of 21, head to InDaCloud.co and use offer code WATTS, that's WATTS, for 25% off your first order plus free shipping on orders over $89. Enjoy responsibly, and thank you InDaCloud for sponsoring today's episode.
Oh, here's another one. So when you think you're gonna assume a role with someone and you get there and they change it on you without telling you.
Okay, yeah, we're leaving this behind.
Yeah.
Bad communication. Let's just all of it, just put it all into bad communication, just throw it on the ground and hit it with a hammer.
Like they come off as across as a top and they say they're gonna top you, and then you get over there and
oh god. And then it just the
they
other
go on their
yeah.
back,
Well, that's a you problem. I run off vibes, you know? And if I feel like the other party is going to be taking the top and I end up like leaning into that bottom position in our role play and our sexting and our talking, but then they get there and their personality is just vastly different from their persona online, that kind of ruins the vibe. And it's not that that's a bad thing to be timid or shy. I think that's really hot, but that's when I'm in control or when I'm trying to degrade someone.
But that's gonna happen. You can't change that. You know, pictures on an online profile.
This is your thing you want to leave behind. You're arguing against it now?
No.
Militia says, the thing they're leaving behind, no more rope purchases. They buy too much rope.
They get too much rope. You don't need that much. There's only so much rope you can use on a body.
You had a wall of rope in your life.
I know,
yeah.
but
how much of that
rope,
rainbow wall of rope did you use?
Not all of it. That's what I'm saying. You don't need that much. You need about 5 to 6 good 25-foot coils.
I always say, very small little like shoulder bag, 2 15-footers, 1 30-footer rope, a gag or a hanky, and some rope cutters. That's all you need.
Is that for bears or twinks?
Oh, I can make a 30-foot rope work real well on anybody, trust me. Another one from Pup Tucker says, the thing they're gonna leave behind, less brain, more dog. I love that resolution as well. I love less brain. More himbo, less brain.
I'm like, are they a zombie? Brain.
Yeah. I mean, zonked out Zombie Boys. Lady Gaga wrote a song about it. On the less brain, more dog, my New Year's resolution, which I did say this last year, I wanted to learn to hypnotize people, is on its way. I've gotten to a point where I have a few subjects and friends that I put under regularly. Not perfectly, but I think I'm getting better, and I think that's going to continue to be my New Year's resolution going forward, is to become the hypno master that reaches into all those.
You keep trying it on me, but it doesn't take.
Trying? The next one from Deja Vu Man Online says, being less afraid to explore my gender interests and kinks. Leave that fear in the past. I'm hoping that the pendulum swings back from this sex negative world that we currently have to a bit more inclusive and just being like, cool, yes, that's who you are, that's what you are. Please continue to be a decent human. That's all I really care about.
I've been excited to see that lately, the last 5 or 6 years, there seems to be a lot of gender bending, a lot of gender exploration. And yeah, that makes me happy. I think there's going to be more and more of it.
I think so too, because you find when there's a lot more oppressive actions happening in your world, people do tend to lean into those things that make them more comfy. Have you ever tried exploring or fluctuating with gender expression? Like, do you wear lingerie? Do you enjoy that kind of thing?
I have, but I've done it. Actually, I was going to say I did it in private, but then I put it all over my Twitter feed. So yes, I've worn stockings, I've worn mini skirts, I've worn bras, I've done this. And you know, it was fun. I did it again for the other person because they were into it. It didn't make me feel that sexy though.
That's fine. For me, it's a lot about the vibe. Like if someone else finds something really, really sexy and they're like, I think you would be really hot in that, I don't have to be into it, but I'll ride off that energy. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's why I did it to get laid.
Yeah, like there are these new jock straps with the skirts that have jock straps in them.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a party last night, furries. Thanks to you. So many people, so many masculine presenting, very like muscular guys, tiny little mini skirts, jock straps hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Love.
This is why you shouldn't make me wear pants when we do these.
They wouldn't know anyway.
You would. So my next one, I think we're gonna see more of, and it's so confusing to me, AI videos.
Oh. Let's just do AI in general. I wish we left it in the past. It's ruining the environment. But also, anytime we start talking about something and Daddy will send me like an Instagram reel and be like, oh my God, can you believe? I'm like, Daddy's AI.
Well, not all of them, but some of them.
It's AI though. It's usually AI. It's so tough because my mom does it too. And when you try to explain something that isn't real, when a person is seeing a thing, their mind just
turns to mush.
Less human, more dog, you know?
Less brain.
Less brain, more dog.
We had this debate on AI, and it is they can make bodies that you're really into until the arm comes off. And that's a little distracting.
It is, but what's more distracting is people's likenesses being used for that aren't getting paid, the way that it's just destroying the environment and the ecosystems online. We've started leaning into AI moderation. YouTube is just running rampant with AI. Whether it's summarizing a video before someone even watches it to let people know if they want to watch it, disgusting. Or on the creator's end, I have options to turn on AI commenting so that a bot comments as if we are the person. But it's just, it's bad, and it's starting getting to the point where it's moderating. And when you give moderation tools to a robot that you've trained to be aggressively homophobic and sex negative, I just want to leave behind. None of it's good. My next one, spicy food. I hate it. I want to leave it in 2025 because I love spicy food, but I hate that it makes my stomach go, ooh. Why can't spicy food just be digested normally?
So, are you talking about spicy food during sex or just in general?
Just in general.
Oh.
It shouldn't upset your stomach. It should just taste good, and I should be able to bottom right after it with no problems.
Okay, that's not how spice works.
You don't know. In
bland.
2026, Jared says that they want to leave behind not being so judgmental towards themselves and trying to not just be the perfect sub pup ever, but just being themselves. And that's more important and valuable to them. I love that.
Actually, 100% correct, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people will come to the kink community, and especially with how some parts of the internet are very sex negative, they can feel almost judged, or they can let that shame, which is always something projected by an unhappy person, get in and seep in. It's very insidious that way.
Well, that's probably because you're trying to imitate something someone else is doing. So there's all different ways to be a puppy, right?
Yeah.
So, and you're a different type of puppy than other puppies.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're very special and cute.
Oh,
you're cuter than most.
Ow.
Anyway, but you have to find that niche and that kink that's just for you. That you feel comfortable with, or else you're just pretending.
I find that trying to emulate being another person sometimes makes you feel like an imposter at times.
Yeah, I just saw a Dom at MIR and I said, I want to do this hardcore scene with him. And he's like, you know what? I don't do that anymore. I tried it.
Oh.
And it's not for me. I found out I was more of a pleasure Dom. But I was trying to be this big, tough, like, I will whip you and punishing kind of Dom, because that's what he thought he was supposed to do, but that wasn't him.
And that's fine and good. Maybe don't promote yourself online as this big muscular leather top.
Well, I think he was trying that because that's what he expected subs to want. And I think a lot of Doms do that. They're trying to portray this persona of who they are. That's not really who they are, when just if they're themselves, that would turn the sub on more.
If you're a Dom that wants to really mindfucking get into someone's head and pants, be yourself.
Yeah.
But also show personality. I don't like Doms that don't show personality at all for lack of just, they don't want to be vulnerable. That makes me so much more into someone than, you know?
No, because I'm cold and aloof and a Dom.
We have many videos to show the opposite of that. Yeah, no. Or Sage, kind of similar to that, says, I want to leave behind being shy and be more forward about asking people if I could suck their dick.
All you have to do is ask.
We support you, honestly, yeah.
No, now, are they talking in a sex club or just on the street? What are we talking here?
Well, Sage, maybe, here's some Sage advice. Sage, don't do that on the streets. Yeah, save that for the clubs and the bars.
Okay.
Yeah. What would you say is a good way to be more forward in a bar setting?
Come up to them and go, hey, can I suck your dick?
I think you need to say hey about 2 more times.
Hey,
yeah.
sup. Go over, chat them up just a little bit, see if they want a drink.
Hey, do you like bread?
I'm scared to answer. Why? Yes, I want to be bread. Got it. Terrible joke.
May I please have bread?
Okay, I've got another one that bugs me. Leather guys wearing leather boots who are also wearing white socks. No white socks with leather boots.
Is this before or after Labor Day?
No, it's any time. No white socks.
No fire! Tigers!
Wear black socks with boots. I hate white socks when they come out of a boot. White goes with gym clothes. Black goes with boots. And I know people are gonna come for me for this, but it just is a personal thing of mine. No Pantone white for boots.
Things I wish we left in 1990. a lack of regulation for sex toys and the way in which the FDA does not want to even touch that. The reason that sex toys are usually marketed and labeled as novelty objects is because the government refuses to do any sort of regulation. So you get the jelly stuff, you get the stuff that smells awful, petroleum-y, like feeling.
Yeah, but also, to be fair, if you went back to the 90s, which wasn't regulated, everything was made out of that. You didn't have good quality sex toy, and you do today.
The FDA has gone in the past talking about like novelty toys, but also has started, to a degree, regulating actual therapeutic devices, but calling some sex toys therapeutic devices is just misleading and strange. The lack of oversight creates safety concerns, obviously, but especially regarding materials like PVC or phthalates, leading to calls for stronger rules and adoption of voluntary standards like the new ISO 3533 for adult toys addresses material design and user safety, while proposed legislation aims to regulate online age verification. See, so like they're trying to fix the issue of like obscene toys, which you can only own a certain number of in Texas to begin with. But in the process, are trying to push age verification.
But Texas has been notoriously bad at this.
If they wanted to enforce that, they probably could, the sex toys and the sodomy laws, but they don't. And either way, I think we can agree that Texas, not the people that live there that can't move away from there because that's just where you live. Texas is very much in the past. We should just leave them there.
Yeah.
And there are so many laws like that, like sex negative laws to this day that are still in the books. Again, not generally enforced, but if you guys want to see like weird sex laws that still exist in today's day and age, leave a comment, leave a like, let us know. And while we're talking about taking care of ourselves and leaving things in the past, Say says is to learn about better managing their sexual health as my husband and handler and I start exploring together.
Yeah, that's nice and healthy. Yeah, I think everybody should do that.
Here's your quarterly reminder to go get tested, go get checked. You should be doing it every 3 months if you're on PrEP and you're sexually active. But honestly, if you're sexually active, you should just be doing it regularly anyway. Taking care of your health shows you're taking care of your partners and your friends and your partner's health as well.
I want to leave in the past Twitter videos after 5 of them when you're on a sexy thread, then turns to the news or some other random feed. After you're getting hot and heavy, you're watching your favorite one, you go to the next one, you go to the next one, and then all of a sudden it's world news.
So you want to leave in the past algorithms that almost always go towards right-wing media?
Yes.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, that's why I got off Twitter.
That's every platform. My final one, and this might be controversial, the term think of the children. I'm fucking tired of the use of think of the children. Psychologists and therapists have actually done studies to show that think of the children is always used to harm marginalized communities and not actually use fact to then censor or protect actual physical children.
And thoughts and prayers don't bring anyone back.
I'm a thought and he's living on a prayer. I find the term itself is not only pervasively used, it's used by people who are actually harming children in the other realms like their health care or their rights, and it almost always affects marginalized communities of color, sex workers, and
what if you're clutching your pearls while you scream it?
If you have a pearl necklace, you should not be thinking of anything.
You should have a different pearl necklace.
That's what I mean, yeah. But all that said, we're not bitter, we're getting it out, we're saging, right?
Yes.
Let's end today on a positive note and some New Year's resolutions that you have for yourself this year.
Oh, so this year I want to get back to doming more and subbing less.
Sorry, that's not funny. That's not funny.
Why is that funny?
It's not funny. I had a cough.
Sure, Jan.
One of my New Year's resolutions is really just leaning into Hypno more. I think focusing on one really big time kink thing that you want to learn or get better at is a really realistic goal for a year. And I would like to empower you guys to try a new kink as well. Leave a comment down below of something you really want to get into, and maybe that'll inform us that we should do a video on it.
Actually, this one may surprise you. I think I want to learn how to hypnotize people.
Okay. For so many years, you've said that you think that it's a little too boring to keep your attention for a long time.
I would do it in half the time. I would be efficient. I want to be an efficient speed hypno person.
I'm going to tell all my doms that you don't think they're efficient.
So, see? That's all we need to do. Sub.
No.
Sub.
No. What
You're getting very subby.
No, I'm not.
You're getting very subby.
I'm getting annoyed.
I just want to do Hypno where I just do that and they
That's not Hypno.
Okay.
Here, hypnotize them to leave a like down below.
If you like this program, leave a like down below. See?
What are you holding?
I don't know. I'm a spiral.
My New Year's resolution is to use this lovely studio Daddy just made us a
Oh.
lot more.
Yeah.
I love the content that we make here, but I want to do more stuff that is informational, that does do deep dives, and that might include not really giving a shit that YouTube doesn't like the content that is going to be made. I just want to say, primarily, thank you guys for watching. That's been one of my favorite things about this year, is just continuing to make content and grow and do it with you and then Samson as well. It's been a nice environment to create fun content that I look back at and I love.
Yeah, and thank you for supporting us not only here, but supporting us on Patreon, because that's really what keeps our lights on, and you get so much more content over there.
And we post so frequently over there. We had a behind the scenes of how the studio got put together and looks, so you get to see the back rooms. You also get podcasts every week, and they're on video as well as audio. They're extra thick. If you don't mind supporting us, we appreciate it. But you guys do get extra content over there, and I just want to say thanks again for an amazing year. But whether you're leaving someone in the past or looking for some New Year's resolutions, always have a safe word. And today's safe word is...
Over here! Over here.
It sounded like you just called me a slur, and I don't know how I feel about that. But let's leave that impersonation in the past while we're at it.
Fine.
If you guys are zoinked, leave a comment down below.
And if you like ringing bells, ring that bell.
And don't forget to subscribe, and we will zoink you all next time.
Bye! So why can't you just hypnotize like that?
First of all, this is not sexy.
Like fun.
It looks like you're doing like a Power Ranger, like Morphin' Time.
Ooh, see, that would be cool.
Yes, please, show me a Power Ranger.
Or if you have a shiny ring. You know how they do the watches, Hypno?
Some people love doing Hypno watch, yes.
So if I had a shiny ring, I could do this.
Some people do like watches, like nice Rolexes. Some people do like the swinging pendulous kind of clock. But you can't just do this. Cause it looks like you need like it's Morphin' Time!
No, I'm going in a circle. That's a circle.
You think that's a circle.